We end tonight with the story of devotion, one couple's devotion to finding and protecting beauty once scattered by history and now gathered in a single collection, a cultural inheritance for African Americans.
Long before African Americans were able to play their rightful role in our country's politics, they were making important contributions to our country's art. Bill Whitaker introduces us to a couple who make sure those contributions are not overlooked.
All right, we're looking. This just blows you away.
Bernard Kinsey has a passion for art.
This is the artist that did this piece.
And a passion for history.
1632, can you believe this?
Get him started.
And I'm gonna wrap it up,
And he just can't stop himself.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I got Shirley and Khalil telling me to stop. Okay.
Not when he's addressing a room full of admirers with his wife Shirley and son Khalil by his side.
I know, but I gotta get this out. I gotta get this out.
Not when he's showing.
This piece right here is 1888, the Buffalo Soldiers. Now,
sharing his extensive collection of historical African American artifacts.
There's so many things that African Americans did that nobody knows about. The rotunda that was built on the Capitol, a black man did that.
His converted wine cellar,
I don't cut the lights on much in here.
filled with fine, vintage African Americana from the Civil War.
This is the first recruiting poster, Come and Join Us Brothers.
The first book published by an African American, Phyllis Wheatley, in 1773, Slave Ship Manifests.
From 1795 to 1806.
A letter from Malcolm X to his biographer, Alex Haley.
This stuff is not only valuable, it's very rare.
It's just one part of a Los Angeles home filled with marvelous things. On every wall, in every nook, from the moment you walk in the door.
This is a portrait of Bernard now, as you can see, and it's done by artist Lane.
In Shirley, his wife of 40 years, Bernard found not only someone to share his life, but his passion for collecting.
Shirley and I have a thing. I buy the dead artist, she buys the living artist, you know, because I'm looking at the historical part of this thing and she's looking at what she likes.
Their collection isn't only African American, but mostly.
When we came to the Americas from Africa, how did we evolve? And that evolution is both painful and wonderful. And putting that together is what we tried to do here.
That's the story you're telling in this house.
Exactly.
Kind of angled it this way.
Yeah.
Their light-filled house sits on a bluff above the Pacific. A visitor's eye dances between the beauty outside and in. So you've got the artwork on the walls, and out the windows you've got the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
It's been quite a journey for a couple who met as college kids at predominantly black Florida A&M in 1963, when students were fighting for civil rights.
I met her after she got out of jail.
They've grown so close.
Demonstrating.
So, you know, sit-ins and that.
They finish each other's sentences. So you knew she was something special from the beginning.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Both now are retired from Xerox, where Bernard rose to become vice president. He's now a much-in-demand business consultant.
Get off the street, drive away.
In the wake of the LA riots in 1992, he was tapped along with Peter Uberoth to run Rebuild LA.
And over the last 10 years, 11 years, it's been over $2 billion invested in South Los Angeles.
I'm a grandmother's child. I grew up with my grandmother. I mean, I think about her and I say, you know, Mama would not like this if I didn't share this with others.
And that's how they view their collection, as something to be shared.
We really are more of keepers of this art and historical documents rather than owners, because frankly, no one can really own this.
The memory of Martin Luther King is to take in an exhibit at the DeSable Museum. Almost 100 paintings, sculptured prints, and documents created by African Americans are on display there.
And all of them the personal treasures of Bernard and Shirley Kinsey. WGN's Annabella Val talked to the couple about the historical significance of this collection.
And what you find is that black people were doing some extraordinary things in astronomy, science, medicine.
And a bronze sculpture by Chicago artist Richard Hunt. Shirley Kinsey explains who picks what for their outstanding collection.
He likes to collect the dead artists, and I like the living artists. And that's because, for me, something has to touch my heart. If it's a painting, it's got to make my heart go pit-pat.
The personal treasures of Bernard and Shirley Kinsey will be at the DuSable Museum in Chicago until March. In April, the collection opens at the Norton Museum of Art in West Palm Beach. Ironically, a museum that Bernard could not visit 45 years ago, growing up in that Florida town.
This is just a thrill for me to be able to stand here with Bernard and Shirley Kinsey as they bring their extraordinary exhibition to West Palm Beach in the South Florida area, and welcome to South Florida.
Oh, thank you.
In fact, welcome home.
Yeah, we're pleased. We're just so pleased to be here. Only thing I'm missing, I wish my dad were alive to see this, because he would really resonate, because this show is really designed to bring the community together. And that's what we're already seeing, that people from all parts of this county are coming together around understanding more about African American life from 1632 to 1968.
Fast forward to the present. The couple holding a news conference in Washington, D.C. as their collection, the shared treasures of Bernard and Shirley Kinsey, now greets visitors to the busiest museum in all the world, the Smithsonian.
I have opened numerous exhibitions throughout my career, but few have excited, few have challenged, few have moved me as much as the Kinsey collection. It is rare that history museums get to acknowledge the important role that collectors play in preserving and protecting our cultural patrimony.
The shared treasures of Bernard and Shirley Kinsey is on display at the main gallery of the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. The exhibition will stay there until May of 2011. More than 2.5 million people are expected to view it during that time.
The Kinseys have reached a stage in their lives where they can afford to indulge their passions, one even greater than collecting: sharing. Together, they have raised more than $22 million for scholarships at historically black colleges.